What's up, everybody? Welcome back to All Things Web3. I'm Busy NFT, just giving you a little bit of an update on the VeeCon burn sale that Gary V is doing for his VeeCon conference, May 19th to the 22nd, Minneapolis, Minnesota. This will be the first ever VeeCon. It's going to be huge. So Gary has about 1,000 extra tickets available. Those are NFTs. The only way you can get them or even get into the event is by owning an NFT. So to do that, you have to burn BookGames tokens. So we're going to talk about the information that was made available today. The opportunity to burn these tokens begins today at 5:55 p.m. Eastern time. It's supposed to last a week. I'll be shocked if it lasts a week. I don't think that there's going to be a lot left over after today. So just wanted to share a little bit of the information. Gary's actually in the Discord right now, answering questions. Most of the questions have been answered in the blog post. So just want to relay that to you. I'm sure we'll be talking about this for the next week or so, probably for the next couple months until we get there. There's tons of speakers announced. We'll talk about that. There's going to be more speakers announced. I don't know how they're going to fit them all in unless we're doing multiple speakers at a time. That's going to be rough because how are we going to hear everybody we want to hear? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So first thing you need to know, hey guys, welcome to the chat. Feel free to throw in some questions. First thing you need to know, the burn sale. You can only burn BookGames tokens to get the NFT that's going to get you into VeeCon. The VeeCon conference NFT is an NFT in and of itself. It will be a collectible. This is like going to the first Super Bowl. It's the first one of these. He's already confirmed that there will be at least 3. I can imagine there will be many more after that, but there's at least 3. This is the first one. And that ticket is an NFT. So you will have to demonstrate that you own the NFT, which is verifiable via the blockchain. You'll have to demonstrate that to gain entry into the conference. The opportunity to get that, you can either own a VFriend Series 1. If you do, then you already have 3 years worth of conference passes. You can burn BookGames tokens, which is what we're talking about today because that begins today. Or once those tickets are out there and they're airdropped sometime in April, so the people who own VF1s will get theirs in April. The people who are burning BookGames tokens today will get their actual NFT pass to the conference today. There will be an opportunity before May 19th for those to go on a secondary market on OpenSea. So you'll be able to purchase that way. Today, we're talking about burning for them with BookGames tokens because that is what's happening as of March 10th at 5:55 p.m. Eastern time. So Gary said it's going to last a week. Again, I don't think there's going to be tickets that are going to make it all the way through the week. We'll see though, right? So Gary has been hinting for the last week, maybe 2 weeks, about what it will take to get to burn for the opportunity to get this conference pass. So it has been back and forth on whether it was going to be 5 or 7. Originally, it was 13. Originally, you had to have 13 of the same background, so one of each attribute and the same background, and then you could burn for a NFT VCon pass. This is a sale, so it's much less than that. The token requirement today is 5 wood frames. 5 wood frames of any variation, any background, any attribute will get you a VCon ticket today. So what I think is interesting about that is he has made this a week-long burn sale, and day 1 is 5 wood frames. I don't know if that means he's going to change it. It would be very interesting to see if it becomes more expensive or less expensive. Someone asked him in Discord, could it be more expensive each day? He said, yes, it absolutely could. I imagine that he might change the frame for the other days, but maybe near the end of the week, if there's any left over, maybe he lowers the requirement to 4. Maybe we'll see. It'll be really interesting to see what happens for that. So welcome to the chat, guys. Really appreciate you being here. Throw your questions in there. Just wanted to give a little bit of an update on this. So Gary's been talking about this burn sale for quite a while. We've had a huge week. The first on Monday, he gave some information about how VF2 plays in for those VF1 holders. I did a whole video on that. Please go back and watch that. really interesting stuff, really rewarding for VF1 holders. And then on Tuesday, he introduced a collectible card collection with Zero Cool that people are bidding on. The bidding, to my knowledge, is still open through sometime today. I'd have to check the exact time of when it closes, where you can bid. It's a blind Dutch auction. You can bid and get some really cool IRL collectible cards. And then today is the VeeCon burn sale. So this week in BookGames has been extremely busy and a lot of stuff going on that's a lot of fun. When other NFT projects are struggling right now across the board, VFriends, VF2, BookGames are just getting started warming up. The floor had jumped dramatically. It was from 0.24 to 0.42, maybe a little bit higher than that. I think it's back down to about 3.8, 3.6 right now. I expect it to continue to fluctuate, probably rise as we get closer to VF2. So I'll pause for just a moment. I don't want to do a really long live, but I do want to answer your questions. So I'll grab some of those very quickly. What do I think the floor will be when this settles down? I don't know when you mean it'll settle down, Justin. So I think all the way up to VF2 in April, certainly as we approach April 5th, which is when the friends list gets solidified, I think that will be possibly up to 0.6. Wood frames right now are crazy because today is the day we're supposed to burn. But I would say 0.6 is what I predicted about a month ago. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. After that, we might go down just a little bit for a week or so, but then VeeCon comes back up, and I think there's going to be a lot of alpha pumped out of VeeCon. It's going to be an exciting time as Gary reveals what's coming for the rest of the year. The floor price of VeeCon tickets once they are all sold. That's a great question. People have asked me that. What do I think the VeeCon tickets will sell for on the secondary market? I don't know. What I'm predicting is the kind of cycle of how they will sell. So as we get closer to the conference, I think the price will rise, the hype will build, more speakers will be announced, people will really want to go. Right now, if I'm burning 5 wood, for a lot of people, that's anywhere between maybe 0.75 ETH if they got in early, all the way up to now like 3 ETH, getting close to that if you waited. So what dollar amount is that? You know, maybe 2 to 8,000, 2 to 10,000, anywhere in that range, depending on when you bought your wood frames, if you're burning. So I can imagine it'll be something similar to that. People aren't going to want to lose money on this. Don't forget that the NFT is a collectible in and of itself. The VeeCon ticket is an NFT, which will be a collectible. Imagine having the first ever Super Bowl ticket. That's something that people frame and put on their wall, and they have value to it. So there's always going to be intrinsic value that way. The value for the pass for people to actually go and attend the conference will be interesting, because I think as you get closer to the conference, people are going to have a tough time to book their flights and their hotels. So I think you're going to see a dramatic rise, maybe up to the first week in May, and then maybe a little bit of a pullback on that. Hey, what's up, Rogue Ninja? Welcome. Glad to see you, man. I did not bid on the cards. I'm trying to be selective. The VeeCon sale has been the important thing for me, so I didn't bid on the cards that way. But I'm, there's maybe other opportunities in the future that we'll get to. The cards, I think, are going to go for a lot. So you've got some whales, and because people can bid for so many boxes, it seems like there's going to be people that get a majority of the boxes, just a few folks, probably some whales. It's going to be pretty pricey. I wouldn't be surprised if boxes went for thousands each box. Hey, welcome, Brandon. Thanks for listening in. So just, again, I want to give the update on the burn sale. The burn sale starts today at 5:55. If you go to the exchange, and Gary, on the blog.vfriends.com, they've got a great rundown of this. Also a video on how to use the exchange. You should probably watch that before you try to do this so you don't mess it up. It's pretty important when you're making transactions on the blockchain. But if you go to the exchange right now, you can burn 13 tokens. At 5:55, I believe they're going to switch that to where you can burn just 5. 5 wood frames is what will be required. That will be verified via Immutable X, your Immutable X wallet. You'll need to connect that, and then you can make the exchange. Again, you're not going to get your NFT right away. It will be airdropped to you at some point in April, but it will be connected to your wallet, and you can always get support in the Discord if you get stuck with some of that. So the 5:55 today, but this runs through Thursday of next week. Now, they could change the requirements going forward each day. They could make it more, they could make it less. I'd be surprised if they made it more, but they may change the frame requirement. So we were in a Twitter space with Gary last week, and he had said to someone was talking about silver frames, can I use my silver frames? And Gary said, those are still in play for the VCon sale. He was talking about the VCon sale. So maybe that's what he meant, in that wood frames was all he talked about for the VCon sale. And then this guy talks about silver, and Gary said, well, those can still play. So maybe tomorrow it'll be 5 silver frames. Maybe Saturday it'll be 5 gold frames, on like that, giving people an opportunity to burn some of those frames. A lot of folks are asking the question, should I burn for the VCon sale, or should I flip my BookGames tokens and make a quick flip? I don't know. That's a great question. It really depends on your strategy. The floor is kind of high right now, especially if you got in early. You have an opportunity to make some money, but what is the value of VCon to you? That's something you have to think about as well. While I'm thinking about it, guys, give me a thumbs up if you would, a like. Would love for you to share this live out. I did not share it out. I should have, but that's okay. I got you guys here. I appreciate you being with the notification bell, so you kind of know what's going on, right? With all of that. So let's see. The other question people are asking is, if I burn my wood frames today, and I want to burn for characters using 5 frames for the new VF2 characters, what happens? Well, the frames that you burn today will be gone, and you will not have those for the friends list opportunity, the raffle, and you will not have those for the new character burn. So if you burn what you're doing today, those will be gone from your wallet, and they will not count come April 5th when the friends list is selected, or beyond that when the burn characters opportunity presents itself. Let me do this real quick, get it out on Twitter. And if you guys want to share, that'd be great too. Wouldn't be upset about that. Let's see. If you would like to follow me on Twitter, you can find me at BusyNFT23, and obviously on YouTube at BusyNFT. And then I've got, my other socials. If you do some variation of that name, I promise you'll find me out there some way, somehow. All right. My camera's not bouncing too much as I'm typing. Maybe I'm typing too hard, aggressive typing. All right, questions. When VFriends 2 is available for BookGames holder and people burn them, do you think the price will rise? Yes. I think that the scramble for VF2 is going to be incredible. I think that people are going to start to realize which characters match up to the frames. Maybe they don't have the frame and they want a specific character. They're going to do some swapping, probably sell low, and then add some more ETH in to try to get the frames that they want in that way. Gary has said that he could make the most common frames get the most special character. Who knows? And then you'll see a lot of very nice frames going up for sale, rare, and then maybe the wood frames sell out, or the black or the gold, right? Some of the lower tier stuff sell out that way. So I would imagine the floor is going to be wild, certainly leading up to April 5th, as people try to get as many tokens as they can to have the most chances that they can at VF2. And then beyond that, once the characters are revealed of what you're burning for and the mechanics for that are revealed, I expect the floor to go crazy as well. So let's be very clear. You don't have to burn tokens to get a VF2. You can be on the friends list by having a token. You will not burn those, and you can get $1,000 in ETH, $1,000 US purchased using in ETH to purchase the VF2 characters, but no burning requirement for that. Or you can burn your BookGames tokens. That's the other way. Or you can also go to the public mint. Gary has mentioned as of late, he's held back at least 10,000 plus minting spots that are not taken advantage of will go to the public mint. So we could see, I don't know, upwards of 10.5, 11,000, maybe even 12,000 possibly on the public mint, but you will pay through the nose for gas on that. So BookGames tokens are the best way for you to earn the opportunity to get a VF2. Hey, what's up, Lucas? Welcome. Yeah, I recognize all you guys. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Just giving out a little bit of info on this VCon burn sale today. It is not too late to get your wood frames for the burn sale today. You need 5 wood frames. Right now, the floor for wood is at 0.424. So if you're getting 5 of those, you're paying about 2 ETH. Last I checked, ETH's at 2,800. So you're looking at about $5,600 US to get a VeeCon ticket if you were to go in there right now today. A lot of people paid a lot less for that. If you were in the Discord, which is why I highly recommend you being in the Discord and enjoying the opportunity to chat and learn in there with folks. A lot of helpful people that are trying to answer questions in there. Do I think Beeple is the artist? It's possible. I think that some of the artists that are going to VeeCon probably are doing some kind of partnership. I would not be surprised if that's the case. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than one artist. Maybe there's 5 because there's 5 backgrounds. Maybe there's one doing all of them. Maybe there's a lot of folks doing a bunch of different kinds, and there's 25 different variations. I don't know. Gary loves variations, loves poses that way. Tickets in the secondary, I just answered. I don't know. People are paying anywhere between 2 and 10,000 probably for these tickets in the front end. So it could probably go anywhere in there. Will the Goo tickets be a different NFT than the others? Chris, I don't think so. He asked that, somebody asked that question and I can't remember. So I don't know that they will be different or have the designation the way the VF1s do. But Gary can do whatever he wants. So I don't think these, I think the NFTs for VeeCon are going to be special in and of themselves. Having a Goo of that, I don't know that that's going to make as much difference as it would on the VF1s, right? This is more of a ticket to a concert. If I bought my ticket on StubHub that somebody had, the fact that I went to the concert is the cool part of the ticket, not the collectability necessarily on the Gary originally owned part. I don't know. That's complete speculation. Really don't have the answer there. Hey, appreciate it, Matt. Yeah, so I turned, you can still see there's construction going on the office, but I thought I'd give you all a different look than just a half painted wall that way. So yes, we got these lights. These are hooked into the house and the switch. My wife's amazing, if I haven't said that before. Burning the 5 frames, flipping the VeeCon ticket look like a play? Possibly. So Gary thinks that a lot of people will do that. I think there's just over 700 or so wallets that have 5 wood frames today. I would imagine that would shoot up to 8, maybe even 900. There's supposed to be 950 tickets that Gary has. So I would expect burning the 5 frames and flipping the ticket would be an opportunity for people, but also flipping your wood frames, if you're not going to burn for a ticket, would be a great opportunity today. I would say today would be the day to do that. I expect wood frames to actually come down a little bit after today. So as soon as Gary announces, like I said, maybe silver frames, maybe that price of wood will go down a little bit, which would be nice for some people who are looking for wood frames, right? VeeFriends 2 floor price, anybody's guess. It could be anybody's guess.